like me, you've been anxiously awaiting Curlsmith to come out with some protein-containing products, they did it. Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a licensed hairstylist with over 20 years of experience, and on this channel I use those 20 years of experience to help you have healthy, happy hair. So today we're going to be talking about the Curlsmith Strength Recipe line. Specifically, I'm going to be talking about the Bond Curl Rehab Salve. And I already have a video up on my channel all about the two stylers. It's actually what I used in my hair today. And I got some wonderful definition, some nice fluffy bouncy curls using both of these. And I used this a couple of wash days ago. I just didn't use it this wash day with the protein stylers because I didn't want to upset my protein moisture balance and go too far in the direction of protein. So I did use this the last time I washed, but not this time. Well, like I said, I already have a video all about the stylers, so if you want to see that, I'll leave a link to that down below. Otherwise, this is going to be a video dedicated solely to this. And the reason I'm dedicating a video solely to this is because I have a lot to say about it, and there is a lot about it that needs to be said because there's a lot going on in this one little bottle. So the one thing I won't be doing in this video is I'm not going to be doing the half and half Olaplex one side and Rehab Salve on the other side. The reason I'm not going to do the side-by-side comparison on my head of the Olaplex versus the Bond Rehab Salve or the Bond Curl Rehab Salve is because on the videos that I've seen where they've done that, I haven't seen a whole lot of difference between the two. And also it's not been done on hair that is really damaged, which is the type of hair where you're going to see a lot of difference with either one of these, like both of these. They're both meant to repair damaged bonds, but you're really only going to see a lot of damaged bonds in hair that has been really badly damaged, hair that has been chemically processed. And while this does repair the bonds in the hair that are not only broken through chemical damage, it still is going to be something that you're only really going to see if your hair is more on the damaged side rather than the healthy side. And my hair is on the healthy side. It is pretty healthy, it is pretty strong. I don't bleach my hair, and even though I do dry my hair on high heat and high speed, I do so very carefully. I know how to do it. I know what I'm doing. So that's never really a problem there. And I don't aggressively style my hair, meaning I'm not like ripping through it with a brush, which can certainly break all of the bonds in your hair and just completely break your hair off. You're not really going to see much of a difference in my hair. My hair is not the type of hair where you're going to have this massive before and after type situation. And the other thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to show you what my hair looked like before and then after I used Bond Curl or the Rehab Salve, just because most of those pictures that I've seen, if not all of them, the picture that they show for the before is usually the hair that's like ready to be washed. It's on whatever day, however long they go, that person in particular goes in between wash days. So anywhere from 3 to 7 days is what I've seen. And their hair has been unrefreshed. So usually the curls are looking a little stretched out or flat, or they're frizzy and they're fluffy and they're all over the place. And it really doesn't matter at that point what you put in the hair. Freshly washed and styled hair is going to look better than day 7 bedhead. It just is. It doesn't matter what you put on that. So I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not going to do you dirty like that because I just feel like that's not telling the whole picture because, like I said, anything's going to look better than bedhead. So even though my hair is not damaged and there's not a whole lot of difference that can be seen, there is difference more in what I can feel. And it's not, and first of it, it just feels a little bit, it definitely does feel stronger. Like my hair definitely feels stronger, which is saying something considering that it is really on the healthy side and isn't damaged. And it definitely felt stronger. There is definitely more of a softness to it. And then there's also like the curls are a little bit more perked up, a little bit more bouncy. Some of my lazier curls have tightened up a little bit more, which is not surprising because part of the reason why they get lazy in the first place is because the bonds have been broken. So they're not at their best potential to begin with. So I'm not surprised with that sort of thing. So basically, the majority of the difference that I saw in my hair was mostly stuff that only I would notice or that I would notice by feel, and not so much something that could be seen. So I really don't have before and after pictures that are going to give you an accurate picture. I mean, if you've looked at any of my other videos, you've seen what my hair looks like with various products on it. And that's probably a more accurate view of my hair, like once it's been styled after I've put those products in it. That's more of an accurate view than giving you my bedhead and saying, oh, look, I just put this on and now my hair looks amazing. And I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna do that. So the other reason I'm not gonna compare these two products is they're not the same product. Like, this is comparing apples and oranges, or apples and oranges. I don't care. However you want to do your fruit here, they're two completely different things, because like I mentioned before, this one repairs all 3 bonds in the hair strands and this repairs 1. The other reason that they are completely different is this one contains protein. This one does not. This has 0 conditioning agents in it, 0 protein in it. It is only a bond builder, and it only repairs the disulfide bonds. Now, does that mean that this is a worse product than this, or that they're comparable, or that this can replace this? I don't think so. I actually feel that there is a place in the world for both of these. There is a place in my personal routine for both of these products, because they are not the same product. Because this one doesn't contain protein and doesn't have anything moisturizing or anything in there, if I were to color my hair, or if I were to feel that my hair needed some of a little bit of a repair or a little bit of a lift, I would use Olaplex. And I do use Olaplex, but I don't use it very often, because as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, hopefully, that I have used this much, and I have had this bottle for over 6 months. Because I don't need to use it that often. I don't have damaged hair. My hair hasn't been bleached. I don't have any other really major chemical processes going on my hair. I do use a semi-permanent hair color to blend my grays, and I do need to get that done pretty soon, or do that to my hair pretty soon. However, I don't do anything that's going to really cause a lot of damage to my hair where I need this. I do use this after I have colored my hair, just because I find that it helps with the wonkiness that my hair gets after I've colored. But the color that I use is a professional grade color, and it is, like I said, a semi-permanent, and it doesn't lift, it only deposits. So it is not a very damaging hair color, but I do use a 10 volume developer, and because of that, I do feel that this helps after I have used that. But as you can see, because I haven't used it all that often, it's not something I need to use very often. I think the directions on here is to say like use once a week, which I would only recommend if you have had bleached or chemically processed hair where you've got a lot of damage going on. If you have fairly healthy hair, you really don't need to use it a whole lot. So that brings me to like my other point too, is comparing the prices between these two and the size. And this one's 28 and this one's 29, but you can see there's a size difference. This is 3.3 ounces. This is 8 ounces. And I mean, I will go through this a lot faster than I go through this. And I'll tell you why in a minute, but I did tell you why I don't use this one very often. And most people who have fairly healthy hair are not going to have to use this one very often, because like I said, this one is mostly used for very damaged hair that has been bleached or high lift tint or other chemical processes, because disulfide bonds are only broken through those ways or through aggressive styling, which also can be bad enough that it just breaks your hair off. This is a pre-shampoo treatment, and so is this, and that's about where the similarities end. I will go ahead and put in a clip of me applying this to my hair so that you can see what that looks like. It'll be somewhere, I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to insert the clip, but I will insert the clip of me applying this to my hair. But both of these are used as a pre-shampoo treatment. You do shampoo and conditioner your hair after you are done using both of these. So moving on to how this works, or at least my understanding of how this works, because it is a new product and I can go only on the information that I have been given. I'm going to have to go by some notes that I have here, to talk about how this works, just to make sure that I get it correct. And this is information coming directly from Curlsmith, because I have bought products from them in the past. They sent out an email explaining what this is. And then it says that it is a bond builder that contains curl-loving proteins, but the protein used isn't the same as the hydrolyzed proteins that are typically used in hair care. It is a type that is designed to have repairing action rather than just strengthening like regular proteins. Okay, and then when I go to their key actives or key active ingredients, it says FiberHance patented complex, which targets the hydrogen and salt bonds, and ProQ10 bond complex, which targets the disulfide bonds, which are the ones that this targets. The Tego Cosmo complex, which targets the salt bonds. So those are the key active ingredients in here and the bonds that they target. And like they said, and I said, it does contain some protein. It's just a different kind of protein. Okay, and now that we've covered the ingredients in here, again, consulting now their website about how often you should use the Bond Curl Rehab Salve. So they say that this will depend on your hair's porosity. And then they give a recommendation on how to find your porosity, which is to spray some water on a strand of dry, clean, product-free hair. If your hair just beads up on the strand and doesn't soak in, you have low porosity. If your hair kind of sits on the strand and then eventually soaks in, that is medium porosity. And then if you spray water on there and it's absorbed immediately, then you have high porosity. That's definitely better than using the cup test. Myself, because I have done hair for 20 years, I go by feel more than anything else as far as what the porosity is. But that's a hard one to teach and to explain to people. So this is a good rule of thumb kind of guide going on here. So now it says if you have high porosity, to use this every 2 to 3 wash days for at least 30 minutes. If you have medium porosity, then use every 3 to 4 wash days for at least 20 minutes. If you have low porosity, then use it on your hair every 4 to 5 days for at least 15 minutes. Now, my hair falls into the medium-ish porosity category, but because of the health of my hair, I only left it on for about 15 minutes. I just didn't need it on any more than that. And as you can see, my hair looks pretty darn good from having left it on for just the 15 minutes. And it felt really good. It felt a lot stronger, like I mentioned before. So I'm pretty happy with the 15 minutes. I don't know yet how often I plan to use this. I know that my hair is going to love this going forward because my hair loves protein, which is why I was really looking forward to this entire line and why I really wanted to try this and why I will have this in my regular rotation. But like I said, I don't know yet how often I will use it. I will probably go, rather than following that, I will probably go basically by how my hair is feeling, because for me, that's just how I do things. And it's actually what I'm trying to teach you to do here on this channel as well with all the information, is to go more by what your hair is telling you rather than some sort of set schedule. Like a set schedule can be really easy for how often do you need to clarify your hair, how often do you need to do protein treatments, it can be really easy to follow a set schedule, but that may not be what's best for your hair. Instead, it's best to learn how to be able to assess and diagnose your hair and give it what it needs when it's asking for it, as opposed to just throwing something on it just because it's been 3 weeks and it's time to throw it on there, or because people tell you to just do a deep conditioning treatment once a week. So how I go forward with this is all going to depend, but I do really like that product. I like all of the products. So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the styling product video that I did, I do really love these products. And like I said, this is my hair with all 3 products kind of in them. It's just this one wasn't done the same day as this, but I did wash and style my hair today, and I styled my hair with the protein containing products. So that is my take on the Bond Curl Rehab Salve and why I'm not really comparing it to the Olaplex and why I'm not doing the down the middle, one or the other. You're just not going to see the results on my hair. It's just not the type of hair where you're going to see the results. And because I don't see these as the same products, they do two different things. 1 bond is repaired, 3 bond is repaired. Protein containing, not protein containing. So they're not really the same product, and I'm not going to sit here and compare the two and tell you that they are. I'm not going to say that this replaces this or that you should only use one or the other. I really don't see it as that. I see it as if you have chemically treated hair and bleached hair and very damaged hair, this is a good way to go. And you could also still use this because they don't overlap with their ingredients, and it's not going to hurt anything to use this bond repair and use this with the being able to repair the other bonds in the hair and giving more strength and structure. If your hair is very badly damaged, I can see that using both of these kind of on a rotating schedule, not maybe at the same time, but I can see that being a really good thing to really repair some very badly damaged hair. And I'm talking hair that has been bleached to the nth degree and is basically like cotton candy and is basically falling apart. I can see using both of these to try to restore the strength and structure to as much of it as you're capable to restoring, and then determining after that what needs to be cut off that just isn't going to be saved, because that happens. Sometimes there just isn't enough help to save the really bad damaged hair. Like I said, I don't see this as an either or. I see it as you can use both, you can use one, you can use the other, you can use none if your hair is very healthy and you don't really need anything like this. But if your hair is really super healthy, but you still have hair that likes protein, this is definitely a good one for you. If you have very healthy hair and your hair likes protein, this one really probably isn't going to do a whole lot for you. So hopefully I have shed the light on the subject for you a little bit and given you a better idea of which you would need, if you would need both, if you would need neither. If I have done that, then I have achieved my goal. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content like this, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell while you're at it. And if there's anything in specific that you'd like to see, any questions that you'd like to ask, or you'd just like to say hi, then please go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Let's have a chat. I like to talk. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye.